House of the Dragon shares many elements with Game of Thrones. It's set in the same world 200 years before. So we are in Westeros. We are in this world of dragons and beasts and kingdoms and empires all fighting for power. But while Game of Thrones was massive in scope, House of the Dragon, the drama is a little more self-contained. The setting is House Targaryen. Now, at this time, they have dragons aplenty. They quite literally have the firepower, and that makes them the superpower of this time. Their might is unquestioned, and really much of the series revolves around the royal family, their advisors, and those scheming in the shadows. At the top of this structure, the top of the power pyramid, is the king, played by Paddy Constantine. Now, as opposed to some of Game of Thrones' more tyrannical rulers, this king is kind, but somewhat weak. And one of those problems, one of those challenges, he's unsure of his succession. With a lack of boys available, he names his young daughter, Rhaenyra, as his heir. But she's a woman. And are the people ready to accept a female as their leader?
Do you think the realm will ever accept me as their queen?
The lords of the realm bend the knee.
A woman would not inherit the Iron Throne.
Because that is the order of things.
Emma Darcy is perfectly chosen as this princess, her eyes burning with ambition, frustrated by the limitations of her sex, where she is just perceived, her only value is as a baby-making machine. But this is a young woman who can ride dragons. She is someone with purpose burning inside her. And then there's her father, Paddy Constantine, playing the king with this vulnerability to a leader in the world of Game of Thrones that we rarely see. Now, as opposed to that, we have the king's brother, Daemon, played by Matt Smith. Maybe you know him from Doctor Who, but he is very different here. Dastardly, conniving, and so fun to watch. He is chaos personified, not to be trifled with. A few episodes in, I'm starting to care about these characters. I find myself worrying how the princess is going to keep herself afloat, make herself useful. I wonder how fragile truly is that king. And what about Hightower, the king's hand? Does he have some schemes that he's clutching? Now, when Game of Thrones first grabbed our attention, I think part of it was the shock value, the blood and lust that the show reveled in. But after those pleasures faded and we became accustomed to that, what kept us coming back were the characters, the heroic Jon Snow, the plotting Tyrion Lannister, Littlefinger, the man with thousands of eyes and ears and plans. I cannot say there are any characters so far that are that captivating, but in their place, a slow-burning story about a royal family warring with itself. Eli Glasper, CBC News, Toronto.